this all zoomed in right here the best I can anyway. Looking good, everybody. Did I just kick the thing? I did. I got it zoomed in and then I kicked it. There we go. There we go, guys. Okay, so here we are. We've got our Memorial Day Seascape set up. Happy Memorial Day, by the way. Let's just take a minute, a few moments anyway, of silence, just to remember all those that gave everything for us to have this day. So let's just... We appreciate everything you guys have ever done and ever given so that we can have all the freedoms that we have here, right? So you guys check in, tell me where you're watching from around the world. We're gonna do a really cool little seascapey painting. And you can already see what I've done to my 22-inch by 28-inch canvas. Covered the whole thing in our Bob Ross liquid clear, wiped it off, and I added my red and crimson stripes together. You're mixing your Bob Ross crimson and your Bob Ross red together to make it stay red like that. Right here, then we have our blue square with an opening area, right? Everywhere that doesn't have paint on it, just has that liquid clear on the black canvas, right? So we'll use our white paint, and let's just get out here and get crazy and see. You guys have seen these many times. Love doing this little flagscape. I'm the originator of the flag Seascapes, so if you like Seascapes and you've never seen what we're about to do, we got a cool little painting coming up for you. All right, let's take it and move it this way. All we're trying to do is mix down our titanium white without grabbing too many little colors. We don't want to get too much of the red or too much of anything to mix in with that white. We left the area bare. Out there into the blue just a little. Oh, perfect. We left this area nice and barren, and that way the white does not pick up any other color and it stays nice and bright and white. That's the whole goal, the name of the game. Keep it nice and bright white. Remember, Paint with Josh palettes in the store. You can find them on paintwithjosh.com. There's a whole section of palettes out there. Now, this painting, unfortunately for you, cannot be purchased today because it already has an owner. There's nothing I can do for you. Nothing out there for it. It's already got a purchaser, and they've already paid for it. You can't have it anymore. So if you like these ones, I do have prints over on paintwithjosh.com of many of the different scenes that we've done throughout the years and different little things. And all the seascapes and the mountainscapes and the everything scapes that we've done with this flag scene. Now, drop down, right? This is our horizon line down here. So we got one more little cloud out there in the night. And remember, check in, tell me where you're watching from. Let's launch this guy, maybe kiss a little bit of that blue, but don't get too much of that red, guys, because your clouds will stay, or they'll turn pink. It will no longer be white anymore. You'll have these pink clouds, and it's no fun. So remember to leave a big enough section in between your red stripes. I've done it before where I did not leave a large enough section in between there. Guess what happened? My clouds turned pink. They were all pink by the time the painting was done. And I couldn't figure out why. I'd only done a couple of the seascapes, the couple of the flag scenes before, or flagscapes we call them, right? And I'd only done a few, and I was wondering why it just started going pink all of a sudden. Everything was pink, and I couldn't keep it white. And it's because I put on too much red underneath where my white was supposed to be. And you can automatically see what it's starting to look like, guys. Isn't it cool? Isn't it just the coolest, guys? Just in 4 minutes, we're already pretty much halfway done. Let's get this guy with our white paint on it, a little of our titanium white. We're gonna start up in the corner and just start blending. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. We don't want to have too much. We want to push on it and blend it hard enough, right, to where it looks like we've got this little bit of bluey light in our sky. It doesn't have to be bright blue. Right? We don't want it to be overly blue. But we do want to be able to see that there's a little blue in there, which is why we covered our blue section right here with our little square where all the stars go. That's where our blue, our ultramarine blue square was. And that way, when we interact with the white paint, it turns a little bluey, right? A little bit bluier. Now, let's get out here. Remember, you guys check in one more time. I'm actually going to come back and read the comments this time. So check in, because I'm actually coming back there. And just tell me where you're watching from. Let's see where we got people from all over this place. Man, that's looking cool. Josh K is over there on YouTube. We got Rhode Island, Texas, everywhere. Thanks, Furman. Chicago, Utah. What red? We're using bright red and crimson. London, Finland, Pennsylvania, Florida, Long Island, Texas, London, Tennessee, England, at Myrtle Beach. I feel you. South Carolina, New Mexico, Baltimore, North Dakota. There we go. Missouri, Georgia, Toledo, Greenwood, Indiana, New York over there. Where's that? Montpelier, Ohio, Castle Rock, Connecticut. You guys are everywhere, man. You're everywhere. Now remember, we need to keep a little section of sky in between our water and our clouds, right? Can't be all together. So let's get out here, and if we're gonna come out here, let's start skirting down in between. The white paint will turn kind of reddish, and that's okay. It's supposed to be. You can always add your bright red color to your white just to help keep it a bit redder, right? A bit more reddish. So get out there. We're just going to skirt down like we always do. Right? All we're doing is make a little wave scene that's going to look like the American flag. That's all. It's quite literally it. Scrape up a little bit more. Skirt it down. Connect it over here. Pop a little bit over there. It's wherever. Right? It doesn't honestly matter where you put it, as long as you put it somewhere. That's literally it, right? The ocean is a very wild, very different, random kind of a place. Right? So, we don't need to have too much out there. Now, let's get going on our big old crashing monster. If I'm going to take this guy, let's imagine my wave's over here. So we're going to roll up. And we're going to start dipping down and falling over this little friend back here. Falling down into that red area. That's okay. That's okay. Boom. How far are we going to come off of that little line? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. You guys know? All we're doing is adding that white paint that's on top of our reddish color underneath there. Keeping it bright where we want it to be bright. Letting it get darker where we want it to be darker. Remember, it doesn't have to be white, right? We need to retain some of the red that's in there as well. Now, we also need a little eye up underneath. A little bit of an eye there. Just a little bit of paint, okay? Take that little bit of paint. We'll come back in here and we'll mix it up. Now, is Sarah here? I think it was Sarah who purchased this one. Pretty sure. Is Sarah, are you watching? Are you here and watching with us? Josh got a fresh haircut last week. Jeez, way to pay attention. No, I got my haircut last week because I'm going to teach classes up in Yakima, Washington at the end of this week. So I needed it to be nice and at least short on the sides. I can't stand it when it gets too long on the sides, you guys. It just gets to me. I just can't do it. Now, if we're going to come down and crash into our black canvas area, there's going to be no color there. Remember, so let's try to keep the white separated enough, right? We're going to come down, splash, maybe we get right down here. As we go back, we have to leave little differences even in between the white area because we don't want to cover up all of this black canvas, right? It's going to roll back and roll up into our little wave. It's going to be awesome. Let's go back and put our little guy in first. Let's take a bit of our liquid white. Gotta have the liquid white if you want the paint to come off the brush and stick to the canvas easier. Have that liquid white in there. Really come off your brush and make it look like water. Right? Is Sarah here? I think it was Sarah that grabbed this painting. Is she watching? I hope she's watching it come together. I mean, she could always watch it over on YouTube, I guess. But okay, let's say we came out here right at the top. We're gonna go above and then crisscross in between. Right, so you have your splashing crashers that are up here, then they come down, and you start spreading out wherever they want to be. Maybe they come up and over, because remember, we're not just painting a flag. It doesn't just have to look like the flag and nothing else. We're painting a seascape that resembles the flag scene, okay? So, get out here with our very, very small pressure. Oh, goodness, such a small touch on that guy. Dropping down. Again, in that area of black canvas, boy, oh boy, is it going to stay bright white. And it's also going to give us the effect of our stripe in there as well. Once you go up into your red, don't go too far back down into the white, because it'll change it. It'll change it to pink on you, and you might not want drop down even further. There, now it's looking like some watery splashiness. Now, if that's the case and it's gonna hit down here, we were right on the money. We're gonna pull it right back. Then we're gonna go up. Right? We have to have a runway, if you will, a takeoff point, right? We can't just start from right here and go diagonally straight up our way. You have to roll back before you roll up, okay? So leave a space, and I'll show you, we're gonna extend it anyway, but leave a space down there. We're gonna get into our liquid white, titanium white mix of paint, and right at the base of that guy. Now we're gonna make him a little bit bigger. Start to mix things together as we do make it bigger, and show that everything has to go backwards before it starts rolling up. And by the time you're way back here, you're pretty much flat. You know what I mean? It's all flat. The flatter we go to the side, the more perspectively correct it's gonna look for you, okay? Maybe you wanna get up a little crazier over here just to have some white. Come up and kissing the top and, oh, it's just so gorgeous. It's just so gorgeous, right? Take these guys up into here, leave that little ping pong ball sized area with nothing in it. Don't you dare put a single piece of anything in there, okay? Now let's take the top of that weight and skirt it down. There, come down, kiss onto these little guys, grab this one over here, just kind of mush it together, and there we go. We can see, just by connecting these just a little bit, see how we're going further and further in. The more we go, the more further in we take it. Don't want to go in too far because we have to have that shadowy area where our eye is, right? You always gotta have it. If you get rid of it, you're gonna be missing it. Let's get down there. There. See what I mean though? Flat before we curve up. Even here, we're just moving over a little bit, right? We're going flat before we curve up. So just remember, don't go too crazy. Go just whoosh, right up into the whole thing. It just doesn't want to work like that. I'm telling you. There. Oh man. Alive. Look at this guy. Wow, it's fabulous. Look at him. All the little details and little weird little things. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing, you guys? Pachoo! With acrylic and gouache. I don't use acrylic nor gouache. So I wouldn't be able to tell you, unfortunately, how to do said things with acrylic or gouache. I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly. Hey, see what we're doing now? This red stripe will help you understand the slight pitch. Okay, we're starting up higher up here into our black area. By the time we get down here, we're almost all the way through our red stripe. You see that slight angle? Do you see? Right. Also, you guys are gonna have to start coming up with a title for this one. See how we're like this, and then we're up here, and it's that slight downward angle. That's what you have to have. Even if it's the smallest, slightest downward angle-ist thing you've ever done, you still have to have that slight downward angle. Right now, scrape up all this paint. Remember, you can get your Paint with Josh palettes over on paintwithjosh.com in black and in clear, and they're etched. Hear that? That's the etching, right? It's not a sticker that you can peel off. It's actually etched into the guy. So, head over to paintwithjosh.com, grab that. We also have one more flag mountain scene that is available. It's sitting in the front window of my store right now. So, that's on the home page of paintwithjosh.com right now, right? Because you can't get this one. But you can get the other one if you go to the home page and snag it up. Brighten up a little there. Just that little bit of a lip right on top of the water. Grab it. Very light, very light. Okay, let's take our liquid white and our titanium white mix. You guys know what's coming next, right? We've got to come underneath and we've got to deposit just all that liquidy white mess, okay? This is our shiny, beachy, sandy area when it comes to doing our normal seascape scenes. And we do the exact same thing, just plowing down the liquid white, titanium white, so it can make our shiny, sandy beach. Now tell me the truth, does this look like a wet, sandy beach to you? Right? Obviously, okay, it looks like a flat, I feel you on that. But back up from the scene a little bit and then look at it and see, does it look like wet sandy beach right here with all this nastiness, all this wet paint? Do you see wet sandy beach? The wettest, sandiest beach you've ever seen? Do you see? Just be honest. Does that look like wet sandy beach? That's all I'm asking you. Right there. Wet sandy beach, yes or no? Do you see? Not yet. No. Okay. No. We got lower over there on YouTube. Ooh, thank you guys. Everybody over on Facebook, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being here and watching. Now, I come up here and I'm going to ask you again, does this look like wet sandy beach? By the time that we pull it down, dragging it through, over here, over there, right? Does this now look like our wet sandy beach? Yes or no? Man, that's cool. I didn't know how that was going to react. Yeah, no, some people say yes, some people say no. So what if we came across and we turned all of our little vertical streaky poos into little horizontal streaky poos, and then what happens? We get that wet, shiny, sandy beach that you all know and love, right? That glare on the beach, it's amazing. Amazing! Now let's come in, we'll take our liquid white, which is a very wet version of titanium white. It's actually a 50-50 mix of titanium white and paint thinner, and that is very wet. Okay, you don't want to mess around with that. So we're going to scrape up just a little bit. I'll show you right up here. Wipe off my old palette scrapey tool. Just a little bit. So there's just a little roll. You got to do this a lot. Okay. Let's come out here on the edge of our red into the white. Well, our black, lighter colored area. Of course, it's not going to be a perfect flag. We all know that. We're gonna get down, very slight angle. It's almost flat, but we're getting lower and lower and lower as we go down. Isn't that the coolest? Isn't that the coolest, you guys? Isn't that just the coolest? I agree. All right, just mushing it, pushing it. Doesn't have to match perfectly. Doesn't have to do anything. Right? It's very cool. Sarah, perfect. Sarah's here, guys. Sarah's here. Sarah emailed me last night when everybody was asking about how you get commissioned paintings and stuff. And I said, well, you're going to want to email management@paintwithjosh.com, right? So they sent over an email. And they said, I really would love to commission a flag ocean scene. And I was like, really? Because that's what I plan on doing tonight anyway for Memorial Day. So she grabbed it before the show even started. Which is what I always love. It's actually, you think it would be easier that the painting already sold, right? It's actually more pressure that it's already sold because she didn't know what it was going to look like, right? And when you don't know what something's going to look like, you're putting a lot of faith into that person that's making it for you to make it look good, right? So I'm happy that she is happy with our scene that we're doing, right? We're going to take our fan brush, just get a little bit of that liquidy white stuff and just pull it, soften it down. Right? All it is a bit of foam. A bit of foamy nonsense. We can even take this guy. Hold up. Let's treat it like a clock, bro. How does it look to you when you drag it in different directions? Right? Does it look like it's being sucked straight backwards? Maybe on this scene, maybe we pull it at a slightly more diagonal angle. Very cool. Very cool, guys. Look at that. That is wicked, bro. Bruh. Alright, what we need though, I want this area to stay really bright white because it's like this whole patch is like my white stripe. So we're gonna add a little bit more paint right into here just so it stays brighter. Try to get rid of that little redness behind it too. Yeah. Now when we go to brush that guy out, it's gonna fill in all of our little gaps. Yeah. Now make it look more like a bright white stripy part. Our waves getting wiggly down to the bottom. And then again, it's all in what we want it to look like. How we're dragging it, what it's looking like. That's looking really cool though. Oh, that's looking so cool. Why the red before? I'm new here. So, when we're doing our wet on wet oil painting technique, which is what this is, we're taking wet paints and applying them to a wet surface. And so when we do these undercolors, which is what I like to call them, remember I didn't go to art school, I have no formal art experience, yet somehow we have more followers than everybody else who paints the same as me. And I think it's because of how we teach and how we resonate with people and the cool stuff that we do. You know what I mean? There we go. We gotta get back out here and brighten this guy up just a touch. There. Little schmacks, little random taps into the canvas, okay? We'll go back and we'll randomly mix it just a little more in different areas. See how I'm kind of skipping? We left some of those spaces out there, over here, wherever. Just like that. Push on a little harder as you get over to your edge. You don't need so much details over there. Look at that! Guys, that's cool. Now we gotta come in and do my favorite part. My absolutely most favoritist bit of ever painting in history. And that is the spray that comes off of our waves when we're doing seascape scenes, guys. It's so much fun. I'm thinking about red, white, and blue sand. What do you guys think? It may look okay. It might look like a big pile of butt, so we're still thinking about it, but just maybe. We're gonna put the little liquid white off the edge. I don't need so much. I'm gonna turn it, try to stay out of your guys' way. Very lightly at first, right? And the more you do it, the more pressure you have to flick into it because the paint's coming off of the brush. Back a little bit more. Again, very lightly at first, just to see what it looks like. Back up if you want it to spray a little bit more sparsely. Get closer if you want it to spray a little bit more intensely in one area. That's all up to you guys, literally. This guy out here. Oh, look at all these little things. Dang, this is when we come in with our stars in our blue part of our sky anyway. Very cool. Very cool. This is when also why you want to leave that area dark black, because then you'll pick up little specks of water coming out of your waves. Just like that. Yeah, guys, that is cool. That is cool, man. Stinking cool, man. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, what do you guys think to my idea of red, white, and blue sand? We can already see what the white specks are going to look like, and we may just end up doing just white. White specks are going to help us with our sand for sure. And more of a thanks, game winner. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Oh, that is so cool, guys. That is a neat one for sure. Yeah, I'm thinking just white, right? Just white specks in our sand. That's going to help us the best. It's going to help us the best. And we don't need a lot, right? The more you put in there, and you can get them in your little foamy retraction area, that's okay. We don't want to cover up the red stripe that's at the bottom. But we do want to give it the effect of being a seascape, so maybe there's a couple little bits of sand out there or something, right? Look at those little specks. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, you guys. Now, we need to come up with a title for it. In order to finish, we have to have a title for it. Man, this one came out so cool. I really like it. We're going to come in here, just kind of mess up our fan brush a little bit, or our liner brush a little bit. Just make it a little bit more rough than it was. Right? It's going to help it look like our water is breaking up as it's coming over. So little taps, little things, just to make it go from little bit to more explosive. You know what I mean? As it gets down there and just launches there. That's going to help, right? Yes, that's it. Now, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to turn your head on the side. Like this. Look at your phone straight up. Turn your head on the side. Do you see the S? It's kind of, you really got to stretch it out. But that's your S-shaped curve. Now, granted, there's a very flat, long section right here, but it does go from a low point to a high point to a lower point to a higher point, right? That's your S shape. It's kind of like a wavelength across our screen. Very cool. Now you guys come up with a title. I am going to pop in just a couple little details, like maybe we got a star or two out here that's just a bit brighter than normal. Maybe it's got a little twinkle on him. Bink. Just like so. Boop. Right through there. A little twinkle. You could do that 50 times if you wanted to, honestly. You really could. We do Orion out there, but we make the Orion's belt twinkle in the night. Right? Scrape it that way. Scrape it that way. Got yourself a little star. It's all up to you guys. I'm a star buff, so I love putting little constellations and such in my skies. I just love it. I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever picks up on it or whatever, but we love to do it. Gorgeous. Look at him come to life, you guys. Look at old Orion up there. That's his belt. His head is way up there. His shoulders are way out there. And way over there. Yep, cool. We can just barely see him. I like it. I like it. Now, you guys come up with a title for that one. Ryan was a warrior, man, just like all of our soldiers. Very cool. Protector. All right, I got a couple brushes to wash off. You guys have to come up with a title, and then our purchaser, Sarah, is going to choose said title that she likes the most. Should we do blackbirds or should we do whitebirds? We can do blackbirds and put them in the cloud, like right there. Or we can do whitebirds and they'll stand out either which way, you know what I mean? Doesn't really matter. Surfing USA, that's a cool title. Land of the free. No birds. The birds are my signature. They have to go in, guys. Like, I don't know when you guys are going to figure this out. I'm going to make them black, though. That way they won't stand out so much. No bird. It's a paint with Josh painting. It must, by law, Cole's law, have birds in it. You know what you guys mean? Like, that'd be like paint the painting and then don't sign it. No? Why would I do that? Let's get in here. You gotta have very wet paint. So get that odorless mineral spirits. And boom! Throw the birds out there. They're hidden, but they're there, my friends. They're there. And then, oh, it's always the last one I must have an issue with. Dark. Yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Hey, paint the painting and then don't sign it. Oh, okay. Sure, let's do that. Let's throw the old signature down here. Just like so. Sarah, do you love it? Or do you just love it? Do you love it or do you just love it? Okay. Man, what a quick tutorial that was. Okay, everybody watching over on YouTube and on Facebook, I love you guys. Thank you for participating with the show. I never like the tutorial to go for too long. Like, sure, we can stand around and mess around on TikTok for a little while, but I don't want the tutorial going on forever, so we like to cut them short. And this one will be probably just about half hour. Wow, I cannot believe that we did it that quickly, honestly. So, I can't wait to see your guys' versions of this painting. There's many different ways you can go, different things you can do. You can put blue down in here in one of your stripes. You can do whatever you want to do, right? It's all up to you every time you do it. Remember, come visit me up in Yakima or Sella, Washington. We'll be up there at the end of the week teaching classes. You can go to happilypainted.com in order to secure your tickets for those group classes up there. And I love you guys. So, until I see you guys again next time, take care. Rest of a good day. Blah, blah. Bye. I can't believe that went so fast.